Welcome to Educational Insights. Today's topic, I want to talk about the U.S. debt relative to assets. Now, in the financial press, it's very popular to talk about how much debt the U.S. government's putting up, how much student loan debt, how much consumer debt, just the sheer level of debt. And these are eye-popping numbers. But it's often helpful not to look at those in absolute terms. In finance, it's always helpful to look at things in relative terms. So I thought it'd be helpful to kind of compare the size of different markets. In the U.S. today, the debt market, which includes U.S. Treasuries, municipal debt, mortgage-backed securities, tradable debt, is roughly $50 trillion. Now that's a very large number, that's for sure. And that's something that can't grow to infinity without impacting markets. But somebody's debt is another person's asset. So there are these counterbalances. Put that more into context, the U.S. stock market. Now this changes daily based on the price of stocks and bonds, but the U.S. stock market is worth roughly $40 trillion. Smaller than the debt market, but still very sizable. I wouldn't say that's a huge debt to equity ratio. But then when you add in things like cars, collectibles, gold, paintings, other asset items, and you add in the real estate market, which the investment real estate market is roughly $60 to $65 trillion. You add all that together, and the U.S.'s net worth of all our U.S. consumers, all those assets minus all those debts, is roughly $160 trillion. That makes that $50 trillion in debt look a lot smaller when you consider how much assets that amount is built on. Now, again, like I said, this is not something that can grow to the sky. There's obviously negative impacts. The cost of debt is going up with interest rates, but it's always very helpful to put things in context. When you hear $1 trillion, that is almost an unimaginable amount of money. But we are a very large and dynamic economy. There's a lot of ins and outs. And so all this has to work together, and it all kind of counterbalances when you look at things in relative terms. I hope this was helpful. Please give me a call if you have any questions. I'd love to talk about it more with you. Thank you so much.